Who needs meme coins when he can have meme stocks? And yes, you might have guessed it, I'm talking, of course, about Roaring Kitty and the GME and AMC stock pump. And this was the tweet that triggered everything. And I have to say once again, because it's more than 3 years ago that we had this crazy pump here in the GME and AMC stock that made it go up more than 170x from the bottom. If you've been around in the last bull cycle, you remember this for sure. It was kind of a big event, created a lot of media buzz, and now it seems we're going into round 2 here. What's to know about this? Where will this top out? I've actually 2 or 3 approaches to monitor this. And of course I will show you in this video, so stay till the end. And without any further ado, let's go. Welcome back to another episode of Phil Prince, your one and only stop for crypto finance and trading. Now this is one of these days that makes you think if we're really living a simulation. Now for everyone who doesn't know what this is all about, let me give you a quick primer. As you can see here, the Roaring Kitty is a Twitter or X account that looks like a meme page, and it actually is, but at the same time it is not. If we're having a look at the linked YouTube channel, we can see that it hasn't been active for 3 years now. And this guy you can see right here in the thumbnails, this is the guy that made a ton of money with the last GME and AMC short squeeze. Now his real name is Keith Gill, and it was supposed that he did insider trading and therefore could profit in this big way. He put in like $50,000 and went home with $50 million. Therefore he had to deliver his testimony at the GameStop hearing, and he said he didn't do insider trading, he basically just liked the stock. And it's kind of legendary how he opened his speech.
A few things I am not. I'm not a cat. I am not an institutional investor.
Kind of makes sense. This testimony is actually very interesting to look at. It's just 5 minutes long. Feel free to watch it after my video. He actually initially purchased $53,000 worth of GameStop in 2019. So he basically watched his portfolio going down until at the end of 2020, it started to pump big. So as you can see here, even if he would have bought at the very end of 2019, he would have been down more than 50%, around 60% before it went up. And basically he was an influencer. He was active on Twitter as Roaring Kitty, as you know already. Same on YouTube and on Reddit, where he was quite active. His name was Deep Value. Now, why has this been such a big thing? Now you have to understand, when any financial asset pumps that big and that vertical, there is a short squeeze going on. And a short squeeze means there is a whole lot of shorts that are piled up and are now getting liquidated. Now, and many hedge funds with a whole lot of money went on and shorted GME and AMC over and over again with billions of dollars. And every time they shorted this, a horde of retail traders bought more. And together they actually had more buying power than the hedge funds had shorting power, which resulted in short squeezes over and over again. And once again, we're talking about stocks. This is not crypto. This is not meme coins. In TradFi, everyone is always talking about not doing crypto because it's gambling. And at least we now have a Bitcoin spot ETF, so Wall Street likes Bitcoin now. But in the last cycles, TradFi and Wall Street hated even Bitcoin. We're not talking about meme coins. And at this moment, you had hedge funds, you had Wall Street losing against retail in a regular stock. GME is the stock of GameStop. So we're talking about a regular company. And therefore in September 2022, Netflix actually even released a docuseries called Eat the Rich, the GameStop saga. And in September 2023, there was even released a movie called Dump Money. So if you want to know more about this, go ahead and watch this movie. Now the thing is, on Twitter, Roaring Kitties is posting memes all over, and the last time he posted a meme was in June 2021, when basically all of this frenzy was over. And just yesterday, on May 13th, he posted this here. And this basically implies party is getting started again. Now, and since then, he's basically posting memes every hour. I think it's actually hilarious that in the last time when we're looking at crypto meme coins, there has been a lot of cat memes going on. So for example, Popcat or Mew, cats in a dog's world. It really makes you think if that is coincidence. By the way, I encourage you to have a look at his memes. These are actually high quality memes. And the best thing is all of them have kind of a hidden message within them. Now, I am pretty sure you're thinking to yourself, what the hell is he talking about for so long? I just want to know if I should still buy in. Well, first and foremost, calm down. You'll get answers in a bit, but let me curb your enthusiasm a little. If you're already feeling great here, that is a bad sign. this will make you lose money in the end. Because even if we go big up from here, your greed will increase more and more. That makes you want more and more. And then in the end, you will become exit liquidity because you thought it'll go up forever. And then you'll ride it down to the bottom. That is the story of most retail traders. So let's have a look at what to realistically expect. What is possible? So the first thing I'd like to do is on the daily chart, let's measure top to bottom with the Fibonacci tool. As you can see, we went in the last frenzy in 2021 pretty much exactly to the 1.618, the golden ratio. This is for every financial instrument a very important level to look at. That's because it's derived from nature. You'll find it all over the planet and the universe. And if we are to measure top to bottom from the move after that, we can see that the 1.618 is right here. And we're currently pretty much exactly at the 0.618. And if we are indeed just starting out with this move, then we would look at a 12x from current prices. But this is a big if, because price here is moved by memes. It's moved by greed. It's moved by hopium. The stock itself is basically not a great stock. I mean, if we have a look at the weekly chart without this crazy pump here, we would likely be still at this range here. And if we have a look at AMC, the pump here wasn't as big as the one on GME. And as you can see after that, we made new lows and it's still very, very low here. So without these short squeezes, this stock would basically be dead. I mean, it went down 99% before we got this recent pump here. But once again, here for AMC, the same if we measure from top to bottom, but in this case, only the last leg of this move, then we can see we went into the 1.618 as well. And if we would repeat that, measure the last leg of this downtrend here, then this would mean this is the 1.618. From current prices, this would be a 390%, so around a 5x, a little less. Back to GameStop, let's delete some of that. Now, if you want to participate in this, then treat this like a lottery ticket. Put some in, it might go to zero. Otherwise, you make a very good trade here. But this is the 100% gambling approach. So this has nothing to do with real investing or trading. Also, one thing you should probably do is religiously monitor the Twitter account of Roaring Kitty. Have a look at all of his memes, look for hidden messages, or maybe if he stops tweeting about the memes, then the pump will be over. I don't know. This is just speculation. I just told you this has nothing to do with real investing. Now, if you want to approach this in a way smarter way, you have to put in some work. But you're in luck because I will help you. I will now give you a very simple strategy to profit from upwards move in GME. But before that, let me point out one more thing. Tomorrow on May 15th, as you can see here, we will have the release for the Consumer Price Index of the United States of America. This happens every month, and this is quite important data for the stock market. And if the data comes out worse than expected, then this could be short-term bearish for the stock markets. And this would in the end also mean that we'll likely have some kind of wick down here. Now, the next thing I want to point out is if we have a look at the last time we pumped in 2021, we had basically a zigzag pattern here, a consecutive uptrend, and then at some point, the mania kicked in and we went vertical. And this vertical phase alone lasted 15 days, so around 2 weeks. And at this point in time, the extremely vertical phase has been going on for 2 days. So you could argue there is some time left. But if we have a look at the structure, and this is the daily chart for 2021, if we go to the 1 hour chart and have a look at the recent pump, so the one that is currently going on, you can see that the structure looks pretty similar, but on a smaller time frame. Consecutive uptrend, and then at some point it grows vertical. So could it be that we're kind of seeing an echo bubble here, so a small repetition of the bigger move of 2021, and that we therefore don't have too much upside left? Yes, it could. And therefore I said, don't put all your life savings in. And now this is the perfect transition to the trading strategy that I was teasing to you. So if you're trading only as long as this is a clear uptrend, then it's more likely that you don't end up as exit liquidity. And for that, we need to go down even more because as you can see, we basically don't have real retests here because the trend is too vertical. Only here with my personal indicator here, but I want everyone to profit from this. So therefore, we will go to the 10-minute chart. And as you can see here, we have multiple retests all over from this important moving average cluster. So the blue one and the gold one. And even way before that, consolidation above these moving averages before the initial uptrend move started here on May 2nd. Also with my additional indicator, the Philippines reversal bands, we are also seeing where it's likely that we could reverse or form a consolidation. Here again, as we broke decisively below it, we knew we go down here, and then this is the base for the next uptrend, or better to say, small upwards move. So this means the easy way would be you're waiting for every time we are retesting this moving average on the 10-minute chart. You ride this move up, then try to exit in a profit. Use, for example, the Fibonacci tool. With my additional indicator, it's a lot more precise, of course, because you can see where the trend is actually weakening. Just use your way of taking profit. Then, of course, it could happen that the price will go even more vertical. Then you need to go down on the time frame, or you could see that we break structure here on the 10-minute. Then you have to go up on the time frame. And with this approach, you'll see how the structure develops, if it's a clear uptrend, if we get retests, and then you can take advantage of these retests. And every time you see a crazy move with these big gaps here, this means pre-market was already trading way higher than the last close price. Then you take profit, for example, or use a trailing stop loss. There's so many possibilities. And this way you will have way more control over the situation. So if you want to have this indicator, I have very good news for you. Because if you join my Telegram group, link is down below, then you will get access to my Philprints community package, which is linked in the pinned message of my Telegram group. And lucky for you, this one's also free, at least until further notice. And with that, you will get my indicator, and you will even get a 1-hour trading course that explains the indicator, that explains all the strategies you can do with it, and how you can build your own strategy. And then you could, if you like, apply it for GME, for example, which not by any means is financial advice, because this is very risky. But the cool thing is you can use my indicator and my approach for every financial instrument, crypto, stocks, forex, commodities, it doesn't matter. So join while it's still free. This may change for new members in the future. One more thing I was thinking about, what if the meme coin traders of the crypto space hop onto this GME narrative and pump it even more? Or what if the traders that are speculating on this GME and AMC move will flow into crypto meme coins when this GME hype is over? Just my 2 cents. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please ask yourself why, and do it now. You really don't want to miss any of the next videos. Be careful with these situations. Don't take financial advice, do your own research, make up your own mind. This was Philprints for you. Until next time, crush the markets. Goodbye.